Okay, so I'm going to do a tutorial on some basic exercises, some real simple ones that I feel like most people would have in their training programs. If not, I think they should be in there. Some real fundamental exercises. If you can do these and you can build on to create variations from lots of other exercises, you can use them for high intensity interval training, you can use them for core stability, core mobility, just pure strength, some endurance. So there's some simple exercises. You don't need any equipment, you just need your own body weight. But I feel like if you get these basic ones wrong, when you start to try and create variations, you start to create more problems. So let's make sure we get the basics right first and build from there. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do, guys, are press-ups. Okay, so these are the basic ones. Pretty much everyone does press-ups. So we're going to start off. I've got a mat on the floor to show you how to do them if you need to put your knees on the floor. Now, knees on the floor are not half press-ups. I'll show you what I mean. Some people would think that a half press-up, the knees down, and it makes them feel that they're doing not the right workout because the knees on the floor and they're taking like a cop-out way of doing it. This is not a half press-up, it's a full press-up with your knees on the floor. This is a half press-up. So you need to drop your ego and drop your knees. If you cannot go all the way down without your knees on the floor, put your knees down. Now you're also going to notice, guys, my hands are just past shoulders apart. They're not all the way out here. We're going to keep that for variations again for a later date. Keeping it basic, hands in, elbows close to the body. If your elbows aren't close to the body, you're going to pull them out. It's going to create winging, which can create an impingement into your AC joint, which over time is going to give you problems. So watch my press up here. Hands on the floor. I'm going to put my biceps and push them forward, so my elbows pointing back. Chin is hanging over. In fact, I'll show you here. My fingers are below the end of the mat. I take my legs out straight, drop my knees down, and I lower my chin above the mat. So you'll notice my chin is going above where the mat is, so they're above my fingers. Elbows stay close. My head does not drop down as I go down. I'm not trying to headbutt the floor. Don't lead with your eyes, lead with your arms. So my head stays still, and I'm dropping this way. Still and drop. Now I'm going to breathe in on the way down, in and out on the way back up. In and out. So if I turn around, you can see here. Out, drop the knees, press, and breathe in and out. Do not drop the head, do not drop the hips, keep it stable, and up. Now if you're having knees off the floor, same principle, drop and lift, drop and lift. Elbows stay close, drop and lift. Notice I'm not dropping my hips, I'm not dropping my head, body stays stable, just like your plank position here. You maintain the plank and you push up. If you've got that position, guys, you can then create lots of variations from there, hundreds of variation press-ups, but you've got to get the basic one right first. Done. So next, sit-ups. Sit-ups have got even more variations, but again, let's get that basic one right first. So here we go. So I'm going to lie down, feet in line with butt, hands hovering over my knees, and raise up and down. Now I'm aiming to get my lower back to the floor and down. Chin is not pulling in the chest, head goes up, eyes stay forwards. That's all. Control the way down, lift the way up. Control and lift. If you want to put your hands in temples, you can do this. We're not aiming to get all the way up here. There's too much rest here. You stretch your back out. My abdominals aren't doing anything here anyway, and you just create too much force. If you can't get your back on the floor and you're just doing this, that's okay to start with. But we want to get to a position where we can lift and lower, lift and lower. Breathe out the way up, in the way down. Again, there's so many variation sit-ups. We need to get the basic one right first. Okay, next one, guys, mounted climbers. And again, lots of variations from this one. We're going from that plank position. A mounted climber is basically, it's a variation of a plank, pretty much like a press-up is. Anything holding that position and moving the body at the same time is a variation of a plank. Now I prefer to do movement during the plank because we don't need to hold still for very long, 3, 4, 5 seconds maybe. but you do need to hold still while you're moving. So you've got to be able to hold the body in position whilst moving the rest. So mounted climbers do that. Let me show you. So on my hands, I keep my butt tucked in. From here, one leg in, and I just switch, switch, switch. I'm not doing this as I lift my legs up. I don't accommodate by bringing my bum up so my legs come in. I keep my bum low and I run, 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 run. Now you can make it so you don't touch the floor at the top. You can see how the foot hovers. It's faster, or you can make it so you switch. Whichever's easiest for you. But let's make sure my head isn't looking down. I'm not doing this, and I'm not lifting my bum up. A good giveaway, if your t-shirt starts to fall down your back, it means your bum's too high. So if you're having to pull your t-shirt down, it means your hips are higher than your shoulders, which means you're not doing your mountain climbers right. So it's good strength for here, good strength for core, but great speed work too. Next one, power climbers. So on this one, we're keeping our legs still, but we're moving our arms. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm holding that plank position again. I'm going to lower my body down by taking an arm off onto the forearm or the forearm. Again, I'm not throwing my head down. You'll notice I maintain that plank position. And I'm going to lead with the other one. 1, 2. Climb up. Power climb. So power up. Bam, bam. Let's make sure I'm not dropping the hips like this, or worse, dropping the head and my bum not dropping. I need my whole body to lower level, lower, lift, lift. Lower, lower, lift, lift. Just great strength for your triceps, good power, but again, great core stability as well. Okay, so from that position then we can do bear crawls. Bear crawls means I'm going to be moving forward. So rather than me on the spot going up and down or throwing legs in, my hands and arms are going to move together. I'm going to move over a distance. Let me show you what I mean. So we're positioned here, and I'm going to crawl forwards, and then I'm going backwards. But notice again, I don't lift my bum in the air. I'm not doing this. I'm not creating a TP. I keep my bum down. Crawl forwards and crawl backwards. Strong. Throwing the leg up, crawling in, crawling back. Crawling in, crawling back. Now you can do this going like 50 meters as far as you want with it, running forwards, running backwards. I'm just doing it here to show you in this small space how you can keep the emotion going. But again, notice how it's core stability with that core mobility. Next, again, from a plank position, a real simple one, shoulder tag. So we're simply tagging the shoulder. What this does is it takes that arm off the floor, leaving just one hand on the floor at any time. But what you're also doing is you can work a lot of speed training from here, speed in those arms. So from here, plank position, tag the opposite shoulder, not swinging the body. So we don't want to swing our body. We want to hold it still and just tag. So you can go for speed, but you've got that core stability holding in place, aiming right at the top without swinging the hips. Shoulder tags, easy. Okay, let's do one more in our plank position, but this time moving the legs. So we're in position, jump heads. Now you can do this from a hand plank position, or if you want to, full arm position. But whatever it is, guys, let's make sure our bum doesn't come up. We're not doing this. Holding still, holding strong. Chin maybe over the forearms, and just shoot those legs out. If it's easy for you here, that's fine. But again, never here. Jump head, jump head, jump head. So it's good speed training, good coordination, holding with those arms, shooting those legs out. Jump heads. Okay, so next one, guys, plyometric squats. So what we're going to do here, we're going to hold in a squat position, and we're going to load and explode. This is a power exercise. If you do enough of it, it becomes an endurance exercise. So we're going to drop down from here and jump up. Now the important thing is I'm not trying to reach for the floor. Make sure you're not looking like you're going to pick up a penny. I'm not stooping. I'm lowering my hips down, back is straight, and a shoot up. The hands touching the floor is simply a marker, and the marker tells me I've gone far enough. You don't need to touch the floor. You can touch your ankles, If your flexibility doesn't allow you to reach the floor, please don't do this, because touching the floor is not the most important part of this workout. Getting the butt cheeks down is. So down, and you'll notice my chin, I don't look at the floor either. I don't need to look at the floor, I know where it is, but also likewise I don't look up. I'm still, head from here, stay stable. You see that? From my back of my head to my back of the top of my bum, stable and straight, down, shoot, down, and shoot. Now notice my heels hit the floor, stay on the floor, and then I explode out, drop it, explode out, drop it. So I'm shooting the arms up and shooting. Again from this way, toes forward, just past shoulders apart, down, knees out, jump up, load, and explode, load, and explode. The next big one, guys, burpees. Everyone knows burpees. The thing is, so many people do them wrong, they're going to create long-term problems. Again, there are endless variations with burpees. Get the basic one right first. So here, I go. Down into position, shoot my legs back, hold in that plank position, shoot them up, jump in position here. So down, shoot, up, here. Again, lower into that plyometric squat position, lean onto the hands, shoot the legs out, bring the legs back, notice my hips don't drop here, bring the legs back in again, bring the hands up, power through. Now if you find that super hard, and you can't reach the floor from here, we can do step out. So I'm going to show you variation of this one because this one's quite a difficult one and I don't want to jump straight in the deep end with it. If we need to build up into it, that's fine. So go, onto my hands, walk out, walk in, then shoot up. But never here, never here. Remember, you're getting down because you're lowering your butt down by bending your knees, down, down, up, jump up. Or down, jump, jump, in. Never here. Always bend, hips down, shoot out, shoot in, and jump through. Burpees. So let's go to a basic squat. Now guys, if you get this squat wrong, you're probably going to get pretty much every exercise on your feet wrong. So let's make sure we get our squat right. So from here, I'll show you facing many angles. You want to get your feet and toes pointed forwards again, just past shoulders apart. When I drop down my squat, I'm going to push my knees out and then up. Now notice when I don't push my knees out, I'm going to raise the arch in my foot. So the inside of my foot, that's the arch, this part here, is going to raise slightly. Now if you're flat-footed, which a lot of people are, you're probably going to find that when you drop down your squat, your knees are going to want to drop in. Because as you drop down, the arc there doesn't hold you, and you drop in. This is going to give you long-term damage to your knees. Now when you're doing power work, you're probably not going to notice so much, you can get away with it, but only if you're training the correct muscle groups in your fundamentals first. So we want to get this right. So we go. As I squat down, I push my knees out, and then raise back up again. Now notice I put my hands in front of me, but I'm not putting my hands to the floor this time. I don't want to turn my shoulders forwards and I get this stooping motion. So if I show from the side here, if I let my shoulders turn forwards, it's going to arc my back, and again my eyes are going to think I'm leaning towards the floor. I want to keep my arms, and if anything, I'm going to bring them up. Stable, strong, hips forwards. I'm not pushing my hips in this way because it's going to put too much back damage on my lower back. I'm just going to squat. Now keep my eyes forwards, but I'm not lifting them up. I'm certainly not looking down. Toes stay forwards, knees push out, and back up. Now you want to hit a 90-degree angle. Now 90-degree angle means my bum is pretty much in line with my knees. If, however, I can't do that, and you notice the heels have to lift off the floor, then this is bad. We don't want to do that. We don't want to lift the heels off the floor. What you can do is you can put your, obviously you want maybe find something higher than this, a little ledge that goes under your heels to support, so your feet are still pressed against the floor as you go down. And you're probably going to find if you've got tight calves or tight back, this is going to allow you to get to that 90-degree angle. Now you can do your squat and go further down when the butt goes to the floor. Now the problem I have with this is if you train yourself to do that through power, you're putting far too much pressure on your lower back. We don't want to do that through our joints down here. However, it's good for flexibility. So if you're going to do this, never do it weight bearing, never do it with power, but do it through motion. So you go slow down and lowering down and I'm coming back up again. Lowering down, coming back up again. So I'm teaching the body that it has that range of motion, but I never really want to do that with loaded, so that when loaded I mean like lifting any weights or throwing. Let your body just choose its natural path when you do that. When we do strength work and technique work, we want to really be mindful of all the movements. So mindful, that means I'm minding the muscle, and I think about every muscle group, every joint, how it sits, how it loads, how it expands, how I come back into my normal position. Now lunges, guys, for me are the best leg exercise. A lot of people, again, they're doing these exercises and they're doing high numbers of them, or weighted, or through power or through speed. And if they've got the technique wrong, they're going to put way too much pressure on the knees, or they're not going to load the correct muscle groups. So I'm going to show you what I mean by a lunge. So I like to start with practicing a step back lunge, or a no look lunge, or some people call it a one leg squat. You simply step back to position, and lower down, back up again. What it does is it slows me down. It stops me from going too fast. So I step back and lower down. Now notice when I step back, I'm going to find my feet. I can't see, why it's called a no look lunge. I can't see where I'm stepping. I'm going to step slightly wide. So if I show you from the front here, I step slightly wide. I keep my hips forwards. I don't lean over this front leg. I just go down and then back up again. Again, it's a basic lunge. Down and back up. Now what I really want to make sure I'm doing now, you'll notice my knees here. I don't let them track inside. Don't let your knees track in. So when I step down, your knee will have a tendency to want to do this. It wants to find the middle. Okay, the middle of your body, it thinks it's more stable there. The problem is that's switching off your glutes. So I want to turn this on again here. Lower down and lift up. And then please make sure when I do this, I'm not lowering down here. I'm lowering down, so it's like a lift going down, going up. Again, by doing the step back lunge, it stops me from rushing. So go to position, shoulder blades, I pinch them together, eyes forwards. It isolates that one leg. So you don't have one leg looking after the other. Also, a lot of the movements you do will be running, so you've got that switch position. Switch position here, switch position here. And there's so many variations. You've got the step forward lunge, we step forwards into it here. But I would like to learn this one first. Step back, get that position. An exercise that's missed out on so many exercise programs are back raises, simply because it's a bit boring. People don't get the same kind of power out of it. But again, there's so many variations which I can show you, hundreds in fact. But we want to get the basic back raise first. A lot of people are scared of training the lower back, because when they train the lower back, they get pain in the lower back. And when they get pain in the lower back, they think they've got a bad back. Remember guys, if I train this muscle and I train and train and train it, it's going to ache. Yeah. When I train my bicep and it aches, I don't feel like I've injured myself. If people train the lower back and it aches, they feel like they may have injured themselves. It's not the case, but what I'm going to say is don't overtrain it. You're just going to build up gradually. So I'm going to show you a very simple back raise. Line us through. We're going to put our hands in line with our temples. I'm going to keep my eyes on the floor the whole time. Now imagine you're reading a book, so eyes on the floor. Now I'm going to breathe out as I lift up, breathe in as I go down. Now when I'm doing this, I'm going to keep my feet at shoulder width apart and toes on the floor. Okay, very basic back raise. Eyes on the floor, lift up and down. Slowly. We're not throwing it. Please don't throw your body up. No throwing, no power. We're not throwing up. Slowly, lifting, squeeze and down. Lift, squeeze and down. Elbows hover. Don't lift up with the head. Real important. My head doesn't lift up. I keep my eyes on the floor. Lift, squeeze and down. Lift, squeeze and down. Lift, squeeze and down. That's all I'm doing. Lift, squeeze and down. Back raises.